motherfucking SH double EP LORD right here. Q-Town 315, my nigga. Hey yo, see man, y'all motherfuckers think y'all ready for some straight spitting, hardcore lyrical mind battleism. Y'all niggas ain't ready for shit, man. See, I speak on the topical lyricals. I'm a lyrical mind battling transmitted topical chemical. Nah, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what the fuck I do, man. You know, when I spit, I come with it. You know what I'm saying? I come with that crazy nonsensical, make your brain have a car crash contusion type of flow. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Yo, on the other hand, he the poetical, Edgar Allan Poe this shit. You know what I'm saying? He bounces my chaotic lyrical nature out. Now saying you heard, he from Erie, PA, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? He go 814 hardcore. I go 315. You know what I'm saying? Crush it, super juice orange, my nigga. You know my lyrics tight. I'm tighter than Grace Vips. I rip minds down battling clips. I destroy Emcees like a solar eclipse. Y'all just absorb it like a black hole. Think you can heal and flow. Y'all ain't got the healing flow. See man, that's what the fuck I'm talking about. You know, niggas out here ain't speaking that real crazy psychedelic, twisted off shrooms, little mind battling like a booms. You know how they like sticks of dynamite, just trying to get lit and shit, you know what I'm saying? Me nigga, I'm a ripper. I'm not an MC, never claimed to be an MC. I'm a ripper, straight spitting, hardcore, lyrical mind battling. Y'all transmitting on topical, you know what I'm saying? Straight ripper, fuck out here. Hardcore, lyrical mind battling. Y'all transmitting on topical, you know what I'm saying? Straight ripper, fuck out here. Hardcore, lyrical mind battling. Y'all transmitting on topical, you know what I'm saying? Straight ripper, fuck out here.
I'm a problem in Kamigawa, lying around with Kana and Anna in a far-off hostel. Like needles at the hospital, we get hostile, brah. Slay the prepubescent CPUs in my goddess form. Cross-process on a platform that's way more evolved for the long-term space traveler. Stuck indoors, haggling with your endeavors. I hibernate in a cave during winter with no coat. Still found frozen stiff in the middle of summer. My tongue is very long, brah. A classical sonata composed of several different measures under the penumbra conundrum, launching orange orbs of discord over my shoulder like zenyatta. Chords control marionettes. I'm the master of tracks. Rap like Neopets, achieve above and beyond the limits you've set for yourself today. He came over, knocked on my window, and gave me his turtle. Like, what am I supposed to do with that? She said you can touch it, but you can't pet. Come step to me, Stephanie. I got plenty.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I guess I didn't see you there.
Yeah. What was that for, bitch? You gotta do a lot more for me than just say sorry if you wanna go free.
Damn, this one's looking hella fine. Give us your name before we get down.
3 Emcees.
Fellas, hold on a sec. Oh wow. Sorry about the bump. Maybe I can make it up to you with a different kind of bumping.
Bang with drumsticks, hit your fix up in the midst. Box your out quick like a ladder with tender. My mental crash 3 cribs. Hold your building up like Atlas, hold the glow. Mastering flows flooded over beats. Flowing through the world like air you're breathing in. Coming with stairs you're climbing. Straight spit, come legit and quit your practice. I dance with wolves, haunt your dreams. Come with schemes to outwit this demon in the flesh. Address me as the best even now. Sipping and playing chaos reign supreme. Bust the dreams like Ghostbusters. Homes hustling, dusting all domes. Champion your heads into saloons full of platoons. Mass rooms, clash and crews. Fast to blade, masquerade the cascade. Coming like half mad, half amazing. Desert in the razor, light that shine bright. Amidst the darkness, I chart just like stars. Try me if you fail. I could catch it, I could catch rain on a bad day. I come thundering down like Shazam. Relax your plans, I'm the acrobat with the flow below decode. Decide I wasn't ready, optimal. Prop flows clocked. skip scheme dream. Classic passes of mass dreams and slashes. Gases be passing a third ride from the sun on a solo run. I play the role, catch 'em cold, two froze to roast. I'm glad I'm nice, not whack enough to mumble. Back in the days, you had to be nice like white on rice. Crack your back, know the way we rack 'em bottles up. Full throttle, the mind is a marvel. Cause I'm the seventh wonder of the world. So when you can stand next to your girl and curl, it doesn't draw dry like a marble cake. Take these lake waterways and oceans, multiple flows focused. If hip hop was a house fire, I'd douse the flames. Martians versus goblins. Y'all can't handle it like the Juggernaut. Star Wars, the old republic, overlook me. I'm a ragu, fuck your virus. I'm infectious in minutes, so best kiss your best wish goodbye.
I'll rip out your internals, accordion your organs, and throw a cord connected to concrete around your corpses, then throw you into the ocean like Osama bin Laden. Kid, my parents are like Jaden's, Will Smith and Jada. It's okay that I'm widely hated, disliking confrontated. Do you mind picking up the affidavit or we're gonna be late, man? 50 grand on my neck, so I fled to Quebec. I met a punk rock chick who was French. We argued about who was better. She said the Pistols, I said I beg to differ. The New York Dolls were different. It ain't all about them hit singles. 3 Emcees got them full-length releases. Son, I kissed her and then she hid me under her bed like a monster. Me and Sheep Lord are part of the team Monstars. I'm Charles with the cigar at the casino with a pear draw before the flop. Awfully random, my flow is off the tandem. Rhyme more words in my lyrics than pages in a Dostoevsky epic. Story's magnificent, humans versus mutants. I push you off of that cliff, Jimmy. Mad like the villainy, the science fair, Ric Flair experiments with phosphorus in the city of Erie. Making my way to Syracuse, baby. That's right, baby. The SMGs are heavy that I carry, kept concealed under my hoodie. Mysterio and Sheep Lord cover their lawns with the fallen leaves from the Virgin Daphne, spawning more whores than a high school track meet. We all do things that we shouldn't openly repeat. Song titles inspired by the Roman poet Ovid. My efforts warrant my cold hands like shoulder on her chest like a crucifix. Kid, the diamonds on my necklace were a gift, hence why I wear them out on occasion. 3 Emcees, wearing them out like the repeat button.
His features were so sharp looking. There was such a cold beauty to him that it gave me chills. I wasn't looking for him. He just appeared out of nowhere. He was really tall and dressed head to toe in black. There was such a cold beauty to him that it gave me chills. It's freezing, and I feel like I'm starting to lose all sensation in my skin. What? Me too. My body's starting to go numb.
Fucking what a piss poor performance. If the audience doesn't exist, then why do you still do it? Kid, my heart is bigger than your imagination. I think your brains are the size of a kitten's, and the way you don't listen is pitiful. My rhymes are an upskirt, cleavage that can't be confined by a shirt. Bleach blonde braids where the rest of my head is a burgundy red. On the bare back like spaghetti straps, I rap like Romeo and Juliet. All these traps set have yet to be accessed. Mr. Yo is the best, brat. Watching the waterfalls fall at Niagara Falls. Girl, your socks shouldn't be on right now. We're at the mall with a crowd of goths wearing fingertip-less gloves. Son, you're about to get beat up. I heard you take a big gulp before you talked, and then when you spoke, you stuttered. I'm prettier than Azalea, standing under the white hydrangeas. In Korea, I'm a singer. The anti-crystal was hid near the river by the witch. Relinquish your position and do it quick. You landed in Tokyo after I flipped you, yo. Who's that girl over there on the corner, looking thin like a model from Paris? Oh, him? That's just one of Mr. Yo's alternative personas. I heard he observes everything like a loner. Big diamonds on him always like Arizona. I put on the Prada or Balenciaga, then go swing a sword around like Saya. I am a vampire. Come dance in my bund. 814 hardcore, bruv.
Chop minds, chop minds. Chop minds, I bop spines, spit flying swords, chop down lily bells, my flows don't yell. I scream heat like the Phoenix Force. Candace, paranoia, panorama. I face the Phoenix, I lean in the twisted metal. Caterpillar, I'm through the illiterate villains. Paper pillar, I'm the concrete beneath your feet. Beneath the building, cutting boards, chess piece and thesis featuring repeat reader, leave you in the cattle feeder. Wampa womb, you pompous bloom. Get your petals peeled, I don't yield. I feel the matrix, now all are one. Solar flare killing, milling like swans. I ain't decking out with a new 52 in the box. Got stock in the game, chilling in the flame. Canvas in the paint, it's all Saints Day. Famous kicks, I pick 'em, whip 'em raw, spit 'em hard. Sunflower seeds on the ground, popping promos like we used to pop polos. Don't see me burn it down solo. Get your lit in the cooler. My code is an Arctic, so you can't park it. Get sunk in the ocean like the Titanic before you abandon it.
Kate Winslet, I'm on it. Bonnie Rotten, Jonathan, organic from fresh out the closet kid. Retarded garments, I'm the seamstress
Shot
that chops mine. An unlikely relationship formed like Lilo and Stitch, but we still come correct. Can you please let me spit? Question this, fuck it, it gets intense with David Hatches. I let it rip what I drip from my lips. Acidic when I get on this mic and handle business. Mr. Yo's flow is so ambient. The way he dismantles kids is like alien. Check the police scanner, jammer. A good question cannot always be answered. Brian Eno on the speakers. I am Serena Williams' younger sister Venus when it comes to tennis, wearing a pair of sneakers that are Adidas. They want to see me as a paraplegic because the stats read all collegiate, #1 in the region. If my name was Sam, they'd be calling me Sirius. When I first grabbed Kira's breast assist, it happened in Pan's Labyrinth. Kid Me and Sheep Lord hold excessive amounts of antioxidants in our piss. Take a sip of this wicked elixir, mixture of beneficial chemicals harvested in subtropical climates where the temperatures exceed 100 degrees. A stylish environmental greenhouse on a hill surrounded by a gate. To anticipate is to wait anxiously. Mr. Yo or the walking talking dictionary, floating in place like Grimoire Noir. I got more nutrients in my nut than your mother did her umbilical cord when you were born. 814 hardcore porn, where we're always on the internet like an e-girl, and where we always respond. You found a body in the dark without a pulse and got aroused on the spot. I take the top off of Mia Khalifa at a Washington Capitals game against the Pittsburgh Penguins, and she started to recreate her first Bang Bro scene. With me, Mr. Yo, down the earth like a skeletal corpse. We put anchors on ankles and watched as they sank to the bottom of the lake while we ate hot dogs and hamburgers that I made earlier using a charcoal grill. SH double, MR dot, and boppers.
Back to the galaxy, I'm Nostradamus, making rap signs, bring back classes, making topics, drop your optics, come get shown the doormats, aim jacks, posted packs, mask and jacks, taps no skipping, chose your friends rightly, nightly news, skip your school, keeps your clicking educated, minds get you medicated, always dominate, prime time, oxygen pumping, roasting flows, open noses, get the cocaine, light your frames, light your flames, give you propane, I'ma maintain iron ores, grind course, force your hand, across your band, ask if you got it, knock it back like home runs, bring up those big apples and that's a Snapple fact, it's a Reynolds rap tape, that. Back to the galaxy, posting on forums and SoundCloud pages, making heads, getting rage quick, don't just snap back like a new era cat, show you dumped off the rack, headache, faded fix, get dumped in the sludge in these lakes, coming through with the guns, on my arms like Megatron, drop back with these pistol cans. I'm not about to be brainwashed to control. Crane Jane pains me to say.
Mr. Yo, in the cut, coming through with the guts. On the front of my shirt, like a butcher that cooks. Back to the galaxy where we tore the chords from the throats of mortals in church, and used them as vocal samples for strippers to dance to. The ninja in plain clothes with more ammo in his sword than words in the world. How many times have I heard that I make people feel like dirt? More times than I can count. My mouth spawns endless organisms that eat at your respiratory systems. They feel it in their hearts. I keep a sidearm tucked like future trunks for good luck, so good luck trying to stop us before we start. We got extra jars of nos in the trunk of the truck, spewing out the exhaust like projectile puke. It's Mr. Yo Stupid, the most intrusive spy to enter reality. You're out of my league like Pete. Hall of Fame bound, taken back to the galaxy-sized leaps with sheep.
Duck religions, I'm not about to be brainwashed to control. Crane Jane pains me to say. When I pray at the altar, I got cloaks under the pope. I hide beneath the tope. My flows are all smoke. Cloaks of the pope, cloaks of the pope, cloaks of the pope, cloaks of the pope. I got to stand up and be honest. Cloaks of the pope, cloaks of the pope. Flanked by the Yanks, been at the bank so I max. So nowhere for York, not quite yet. I rip flows in the park, dark after you're eating your pork. Dinner plates get aborted by bad dumplings in the trunk and pumping flows and clumps and doctoring pages, wages ages ago. Knowing how I had to grow up the tree stuff, yo, battleships. Imagine clips and footage, pillage villages and get educated in college. It's all the barrage to the garage. She's in charge, off the barrages. Wild ships come and go. Ferries get buried in heads. Ferries get buried in legs. Ferries get buried in the doors. Ferries get buried. Ferries get buried in leads. Eat the dicey morsels. It's all portion. Eurocon extortions. Examine you can't handle. Like tea kettles, you're still Merlin's pet. You still have to reserve in the clips yet. When I pray at the altar, I got cloaks under the pope. I hide beneath the tope. My flows are all smoke. Cloaks of the pope, cloaks of the pope, cloaks of the pope, cloaks of the pope. I got to stand up and be honest. Cloaks of the pope, cloaks of the pope.
When I pray on the altar, I got gloves on in a suit. I glide in amongst the smoke. My flows are all cold. Gloves on in a suit, gloves on in a suit. I gotta stand up and put it on 'em. Cloaks of the Pope. If I hold the door open for you in Venezuela, it leads to another door in Pennsylvania. I'm swinging like a Sanchez, you couldn't judge the bats. An Arab with a fat ass turned around and put it on my lap. I gave her the high jab, abs like glass crack, shatterproof raps in the booth. The boys are about to go out soon. Prolapse shoot. You wanted the truth, you don't still want the truth. Because if I were to tell you the truth, you'd be like, come on dude, that was very rude of you. I'm not trying to be cool at the price of your sensitive expenses. Her full potentials is exceptional and recognizes nothing less than a potential risk. Your threat assessment sucks. I like girls with front teeth like Kirsten Dunst. We let the spirits sang in them bluffs. We let them bodies hang and they swung. We let them fangs bang in the rain and then drain the blood for Ray. And DJ Kathleen cut an artery with the cutlery and let it spray like anime.
When I pray at the altar, I got cloaks under the pope. I hide beneath the tope. My flows are all smoke. Cloaks of the pope, cloaks of the pope, cloaks of the pope, cloaks of the pope. I got to stand up and be honest. Cloaks of the pope, cloaks of the pope. Bangs it right. Bangs it right, bang bros. Seen them hoe, had to get it naughty America. Ain't it with those, I love my opie. With the lights of Sophie D&G on the mic goes. Got the street like Noel Easton and Phoenix Marie. Eating ass with class. Loving, passing notes in class. To the goddess Kayla K. Nikki asked me to bang her in the Benz, so we just called her Nikki Benz. To no ends, I suck on tits like Nikki Sims. Nikki Sex, gotta love the soft pair breasts. So it's not, got a big ass knockers. Left him like an Oreo kidder, had to go spit at. Gotta go to them conventions just to see Jessica Nergy and Kayo Shimboya cosplay. Didn't know my collection, got them big naturals from Brent Tiller. Sucking and fucking noose, Ava Adams, every other Ferrera. Just to name a few, stick and move because Brooke Rob Line. Quick as fuck like Sarah Patrick, had to go classic. Jenna Jameson and Jessie Jane. Pussy pain deep as an anus goes. Poppin' pussy, Rachel rocks. Or bump and grind. Laid on the line for this Eva Divine. Ride it hard, Chrissy Lynn. The pull-out game is strong on these Alana Rays and Alexa Blisses. I bliss Philly for this shitstorm. I elect beyond the norm. Rachel Starr and Jaden James. Always get it in like Eva Angelina, Keisha Gray and Kendra Lust. When I bust to Katie Cox or Aaliyah Starr. Or when deliveries come, it's Mickey Bells ringing. Or Priya Ray singing. Or the Dane Jensen flinging. Melina Velpa sucking them titties spinning. Got that ass right, Ricky White, Rosemary and Sarah J. Never wanna stay home, so we gotta go clubbing as a Maserati. With Candace Vaughn and Jada Fire.
I got so many Ducatis on my property that all the homies call me Daisy. Marie, I fuck around with a lot of niggas. Riley Reed, I bet you can already see what's in my hand like telepathy. Mr. Yo's gotten so many pages written, you couldn't infiltrate the proxies on his PC. Don't cross the kids in trench coats on the street. My cadence is what I make it. After I spit what I have wrote, she wrote it like a scene I seen before. A natural star was born. I forever refer to her as Rachel. Ass tats of Chinese symbols, I've been trying to smash that like a symbol. Real simple, my style's not for infants, no kidding. Wild like GG, my man Dave Handles brings Jada Fire to beats. Can't forget about sheep, 3 Emcees, toss out the sheets after we GB. That ain't rain you're feeling on your face, Amber, but it's safe to assume the appending of Bella Danger, Stormy Daniels, using hoes like a spade. Kendra, ringing that Arabelle Raphael and slapping Kamikataka out of her t-shirt and school skirt. Might just name my new cat Dior because its eyes like Katie St. Ives. Body divine, Ava rose to the top of that climb. With Christina, there was naturally occurring Ivy and Belladonna in the Naomi Woods in Asia. Carrera, Mr. Yo and Sheep Lord combined to form some sort of Akira. That DP Strangers, double anal for the camera. I heard the fans wanted Morgan like Katie Morgan, so we came out of retirement after Frozen Stiff. We never quit. Blacked out the rims on the truck cause they was too luxe in the sun. Lily Ty can get it. Cagney Lynn looks like a chick I did when I was a kid. Kid, I can get it. Misty Yo stone pillars and monuments. Athletic and aggressive, flexing like Vanessa Lane on any track you can name. I did not come to play. I hit the banks, then I hit Sarah. I got lines like White Jennifer, so get on the table.
I watched a lot of porn.
When you watched it, did you ever imagine that I can do that?
No, I never thought that I would. So like I would have favorite porn stars and I never thought of even like meeting them or definitely not having sex with them. So that was a really cool thing that happened when I got into porn.
Hey yo, go get the loot, go get the loot, the troops, for the troops. Scratch the soundtrack, stab the beat, grab the needle, while the same squeal, cause they ain't ripping body bags, sit, watch the flows, I proliferate, wipe the blood off the dance floor, get the purge and regurgitate, let me break it down, room up suit. Wet laps, keep your minds capsized, and your beats flooded with my rhymes. There's some time to relax, get some context, sip a Kanye, flip it through the money sack, drop flames on these desert heads, calling anthrax. Detach yourself from chasing that crystal lake, never to be released, so get canceled like a TV show with bad ratings, yo.
Let me go get the lewds from the net. I downloaded the full set, crashed the system like a virus, with one eye patch on like a pirate. I think you already know the rest. We harvested the nest while slashing overgrown patches. Your beard looks like a Vietnam draft, kids. I picked the lesser two variables, refused to sign the contract terms once the meeting was adjourned. The knife was long, my strokes were short. Chapters open and close as the pages turn. Atraxa attracts clones during the passing of turns. Torn towards turned. Mr. Yo and Sheeplord are Tor and Yulie with the shields and the swords. An absolute duo. More darts were thrown than I can discern. What are you concerned? When it comes to the pros, I'm the illest involved. Don't believe me, just ask around.
Are you saying that you feel indebted to me?
Anyway, I've got some questions that only you can answer for me.
From the top, I'm 32, 23, 33. And just so you know, I'm a virgin. You don't believe me? I'm not lying. However, you could be my first. Do you like it?
I'm off the chain with no brains like Racer Ramon and open locker. Don't throw a cone grower. Flashing the cash in, cash out, dash out these drafts with no AC on. Forcing with the wool over their eyes, don't break it on you didn't know. Get out of my head like Val Corpian. You ain't so controlling me, so who you telling me? This the SH double LORD. Simply, but you can call me the best even now seriously, or the blast manic or Benghazi if you know me personally. Crow's feet, bone threes and bleeds are how I eat. Read these books like product manuals. Give me these millions like annuals. Cannibal rhymes and damaging you. From diesel days, regal ways of frugal plays. Mostly methane, taking tools. It flows frozen. What you're supposed to be done did. I'm used to being blamed for a lot of shit as a kid. Carries with me like scars from slavery. You can Yo, hey yo, Livia, heavy, Chevy, devil, in the details, straight spitting wells. I kill them constant, angel solve, angel grove, monster grows, banging oversent with mics, stereo and collapsing, destroying microphones, brain cells, dial-a-tone, you're dialing phones. I'm dialing flows when I edit you down to dialing souls. I'm dial-on when I die on. I blow black mics and mics to Ike Stikes. How you writing rights? I got this left fist, whipping mics with the right, destroying MC, Dolomite, whip them, slash them, blast them, mash them. Now you motherfuckers during the tests, I'm all smashing. Listen, I'm straight spitting vixens. I got my spirit animal around me, around my necklace, coming like hard, light like a green lamb. Y'all bantam weights, still wanna hate? Peace y'all, another beer brought into yo. This peace y'all, I need another beer before last call.
You best to check in with your foreman. I got a girlfriend with red hair like Eric Foreman's, twin tails like Kodori Itsuka. Remember when, yeah, what about it? Will you ever see him again? I kinda doubt it. Like Ariana, I got it. 7 rings from battling. She said she's down like System Kid, sick with the syndrome as Mr. Yo when he spits. If only he gave us a chance to rebuttal. At the character selection menu, you must select your gender before you can continue. He's more feminine than the moon sage Tameo. Ray Tossum, funeral director / future diary holder. You know what, bro? As I've gotten older, I've come to discover that I've raided more tombs than Laura. What's really cool though is I'm not really an explorer like Dora. Multiple blows to the body. My kunai with chain unravels kinda sloppy. I'm on your property like no trespassing. Why don't you try and stop me? Sheep Lord's the goat herder on a bicycle like Travis Pastrana. Bro, I'm holding 2 cups at the function like a trainer. Be sure to take what is yours before you go. I'm Angela Ziegler with the staff in one hand, blaster in the other. I think it's my turn, brother. Already asked the bartender for another. Yeah, I'll take a beer. Yingling, please. She, what do you want, boy? It's on me.
You were supposed to have died yesterday. I was? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember.
You don't have a leg to stand on. I ran through the candy cane lane in the Candyland game and came out unscathed as the new king. Bring me some new students. Under my tutelage, there isn't a test that they wouldn't pass. I stretch like Sabathia, accurate arcs of a bullet after passing through a gun barrel. Stunned elastic master spun backwards and ran faster than a tracer in danger. I rewinded the VCR tape before I returned it to Film Fest. You couldn't amass the same amount of space I used to practice. I suggest you take cover like blankets. We're out here shooting shit like an FPS. Sheep Lord's the DPS. You're best to communicate your next decision with someone who's a legitimate strategist. Arcadis hits like an arcade glitch. The travelers wandered around aimlessly until they found themselves amuck in a ditch. Weary and disoriented from starvation, I encourage the positive attitude and am a good source of motivation if we're playing to win. Sick.
We should rap to the sound of bubble rap. Ain't then the cats, mumble cats, get beat a cat. And zap to the no man's land. Hold your tongue while we on Spider Island. I got these limbs trying to battle the beast. Like rhino, vulture, scorpion, and octopus. What you sown, my flow, floats down here. I'm the it, I'm the terror in your dreams. Freddy, Dread, and Denny. When I edit you down the house, throws my cows on, born back, slap actual facts, get broken in times. Get it token like a boatman's ferry. Get your berry 6 feet over this beat. Throw tracks at you like razor blades. Aim slay these ticks like a mini phrasing. Zone of the end. Send you over these cliff like photo gifts. Moto, dope residuals. Put down credentials. Over clones, cloaked over instrumentals. Prince your pal, lit tea. Or should I say principality? This is a mentality, make you crumble. As your fragility withers away with no sway. So I had to laugh at the pain and tell my peeps what we gonna do. So we get the flight jacket. We gotta take it to another level. It's the Black Goku. It's been nice knowing you. If you renewed, it's like contact silence, contract silence. So get ready to rumble into no holds barred match. Get ready for a no contest like Hell in a Cell.
Oh, look at you. It seems like I found a few boys who are up to something interesting. Calm down, don't worry about me. I'd like to get in on this sweet action if that's okay. Believe it or not, I've been known to be fairly decent with a gun myself.
The 13 ghosts resurfaced. I'm Goku Black on the offensive before he fused with Zamasu. If Mr. Yo and Sheep Lord were to actually join forces, they'd be stronger than Vegito. Post-God form, I voyaged to the dark side of the moon. My aura had a pinkish blue hue. Eating 5 macadamia macaroons. The Harvard School's main campus colors are maroon. Ray Tossum went to a Majutsu Academia for girls. You were late in the first place. How would you like to get your ass erased? Freddie Mercury was gay. I'm a queen like Meghan Markle. Twin tails on my head like Nagisa. As an assassin, I arrived on time to the open casket funeral in Barcelona. No stab wounds, no bullet holes. I just keep going like the job is never done. Sun I shine bright like highlights, contour the natural shape of my face. 814 hardcore, 3 Emcees. Leave a flower on their graves.
Vanessa, God bless her, undresser, no pressure, no pleasure. On point, every measure, every feather in my cap is a testament to that. Every letter in my raps is a blessing on the track, never that. I'm just a bum with a guitar, the last verse I wrote had begun with a yeehaw. Picking at a banjo, a bad joke indeed. Late night jams with my dad smoking weed. Hillbillies, Philbillies with the herbal tea. 3 Emcees kill 'em verbally on a murder spree. You herbs are weak and you're sleeping if you never heard a sheep. Mr. Yo lifts a trophy but can't find a bird to keep. Junior Walls plays the role of the third guy, the perv who observes undisturbed like a bird's eye. Return to the nest with a verse for the next LP or A, P or C, D beats me. Beat the meat 2 or 3 times a week. Take a 4 or a 5, 2 or 3's kinda weak. Inclined to speak my mind, tweak my lines so they fall within a boring, grim, neat design. Need to find the right balance. Quite the challenge as I cutting down to middies when I'm drinking by the gallon. Anyway, who gives a shit? Don't live to spit. It's a one-off occasion, Mr. Yo, isn't it? Stuck in sleeping and I'll probably never wake him. Thaddeus is out there in the world doing great things like baking potent cookies while he's breaking hopeless rookies. He'll skip the conversation but he'll take a dose of pussy. Not Brazilian, I'm the villain from the outback who came to kill this track. No, just kidding, not about that. When I'm high I try to illustrate the deal, but they tell me I can't rhyme, I drop and illustrate for real.
Yo. And I couldn't illustrate how I really feel to someone who isn't real. 24 years in the friends go-go, so I decided not to care. We're in the cathedrals where on the stain paint murals in Brazil I steal. You need to look at yourself in what you wear like a mirror. Freak like Javon Kearse, I found no one's worth my time. A cybernetic graft implanted along my spine. I utilized tools like a mechanic, implanted an egg inside of her uterus and wasn't there for the birth of it. Mr. Yo is perfect in every aspect, stepping in the function like an elegant Vanessa Ann Hudgens. They call me Mr. No You Shouldn't Have. Pass me that can of grape soda after we're through, her face go, ahego. I'm on fuego. Let go my wine cup, fuck, this is 814 dirty rock. Hardcore hip hop, our swords stay sharp over slowed down pop. I pop B, I take what I need from you then leave. It's a 3 Emcees debauchery, like how when semen thieves of many varying ethnicities line up in abundance to receive the bukkake face from me, Sheep Lord and Dave. We make sure everyone leaves with a taste. Their smiles they radiate and then they thank us for being so polite and professional. With their feet up on the dashboard, I gave them a little rub and tiny foot massage. Ain't nothing wrong with the girl that knows what she wants. I shine bright in the dark and got one of the fiercest struts on the catwalk since Kate Moss. Layer myself in bark like a tree trunk if the mission involves stealth. My words are not only heard, they are felt. Super smooth like felt when I talk, or Scott Van Pelt when he announced golf. In the Gulf of Mexico I don't swim, son. I hang on to the fin of a shark and coast. Mr. Yo.
You can't see me when I ride, calling me Helen Keller. Spit flames like torches and propellers. This is just out from the red land. I'm a somatic, y'all can't handle it. Got these prices already to buy. Still shit ain't quid pro quo. Fiends all around the corners, can't even get wasted time. Grind prime time like Deion Sanders. Catch it with the corporal, it ain't even copacetic. Cold aesthetic out here. All we do is smoke blunts and drink beer. This is Sparta, I'm cliffhanging y'all. Grows arrive, do the math fast. Draft the laugh, starfighter, dodging large and putting it down like you in college. I ain't even pods get demolished. Gotta crunch it down, break it up like chemical inclusions, concluding it to disillusion of solvents. Ball up in the corner and just cry. They call me Young Fried Dough. Spit flames making surgery. Y'all just got salt, y'all ingredients. It ain't even getting mixed in. I'ma do the laundry because I gotta do it so I can smell so fresh, so clean. It's a mean gene. Those interviews, I drop elbows on the slow motion. Don't count them as being fast and furious. This is fun with Dick and Jane, bringing the pain. You know it's straight from the grain. It's always in sheep mode, beast mode.
I'm in sleep mode, keep growing more and more tired. Sick of shady bitches and all the raw liars. Sick of being miserable because of other people. Sick of being miserable because another feeble attempt at escape failed and fell by the wayside. Slimy serpents who held eyes as they lied. And everyone bitches and gives you the same. Sacrificing brain cells just to live through the pain. They don't live through the shame cause they don't even feel it. Self-absorbed helpless whores, that's some real shit. Priorities are fucked up, there's so many lost. Get what you want for yourself, any cost. So I tell myself fuck it, you get what you give. But if that were really true, I'd expect not to live with lies and snakes biting straight through the chest plate. While these fakes lie and take from their best mates, it's checkmate. There's nowhere to go, you won't make it alone, bros. So share the throne, only takes one pawn with the drive and ambition to uprise and fight. Realize a grand vision, man, listen. It's all in the mind, even night troops and queens wanna fall in a line. It might look like a dream, you're appallingly blind. Fighters took lives and schemed while you're falling behind. Assume the role, gonna leave them egos raked. Junior walls on this 3MC goes tape. Lols. 3MC goes like 3 amigos. Just taking the piss, but you know I love these cunts.
Mr. Yo, you know this is what we do. Just got out of work, I come home, I plug in the microphone, and I get it on. This is what I do. This is what we do. That's what Sheep does. Every single day we look to better ourselves, writing. Every day, focusing on every line, thinking of new flows, different styles, different ways to come. Always trying to say something different, not trying to say the same thing, but if I do say the same thing, trying to say it in a different way, have a different reference, say something different, and not the normal things you're used to hearing. Sheep Lord, all over the place. Mr. Yo, just as all over the place. But the way we come from a different place is similar. And I don't know how, but it works. I do not know how, but it works, and that's what happens when two open-minded individuals get together and talk and become familiar with one another. Something dope happens. And this just doesn't happen as much as it should nowadays, and it's sad because the type of music coming out nowadays in this genre, it's so sad and pathetic that the same people in that genre do not think what I do is hip-hop. Hip-hop's had so many different styles, so many genres, but to tell me what I do ain't hip-hop? Motherfucker, this is 3MCs. International hardcore hip-hop. Mr. Yo, Sheep Lord, George Stark, the Dark Half. 3 Emcees, Volume 1.
So this is the end. So roll the credits. I take it all. Debit, credit, PayPal, Bitcoin, barter and trade. I don't take IOUs. I don't take IOUs. This the Vigor. This the Vigor. This the Vigor. This is the Vigor. You motherfuckers.
Vale a pena. Vale a pena navegar, se depois de navegar.
So this is the end. So roll the credits. I take it all. Debit, credit, PayPal, Bitcoin, barter and trade. I don't take IOUs. I don't take IOUs. This the Vigor. This the Vigor. This the Vigor. This is the Vigor. You motherfuckers.
Vale a pena navegar, navegar, se de vale a pena navegar.
Verse to verses, I burn your curses to curses. What's the worstest? I feed my victims spinach, watch them turn out the peaches. To each their own, read my poems. My reads of poems, posted notes showing how much I've grown. Went from being a mic psycho to being like no other. With minds and spell your mother. Reign supreme, kiss a cadet scream. I dream with force and in me. Taking down you weenie genies, young Ibukinesis, Epikinesis, flows online forums. I copyright darts, made your mark, aim for hearts. Shade your fade, Frito Lays, what are y'all? I'm the throne taker, shake big, yeah. I'm the mower of minds, ripping nines, taking down these minds. I don't need writers, I'm the ghost of your topics. I'ma rip out your optics, giving the logic when it's polished. I don't need to chew to view the views. Who knew? So don't need to double up. So clutch, striking like cobras in the ring. So you don't feel when I suplex you through your mom's duplex. I don't rock crews. Next I remember completely how the 90s used to be. Why these kids weren't even born yet. Yeah, I wasn't even a thought yet. I'm such a full-fledged hip-hop head. So what am I supposed to do when I'm a full-fledged hip-hop head?
I remember a different day where we used to play during recess. We would pass around the strategy guide for Final Fantasy X. Back then, I was no older than 10, listening to a lot of Eminem and Andre 3000 because that is what was all over the television. Then I found out about punk rock and my thirst for knowledge never stopped. I still fuck with the pop. I copped NSYNC's sophomore album the day that it dropped. The scene took off, now I'm in my early teens, wearing the freshest of band tees, rebelling against society like what I had to say meant a thing. Then the internet stepped in and helped to raise me. Still in the middle grades, I'm not even yet JV. Lurking the forums, perusing the boards, buying books on the Amazon store after Borders went bankrupt. Somehow stumbled upon the Clan and Aesop. It was then I discovered my true self. Started high school and I traded in the studded belt for some crisp as fuck all white Adidas shell tops. A really good baller, so the bottoms were always mesh shorts, all black. Switched between the crew neck and hooded sweatshirt. Still got the sickest collection of coats. The kid never wrote, even though he was exceptionally dope. Yo, the kid never wrote, even though he was exceptionally dope. Yo. The kid never wrote, even though he was exceptionally dope. Yo. The kid never started writing, was too busy putting mileage on doing all the drugs with his friends. Fast forward to when he got older, having fun was now over, even though he still hung around with some of the same losers. He was exposed to some of the worst sounds he still to this day ever heard. Kids that went to the same school, thinking that they were cool, imitating the same exact things that they think are cool. Mr. Yo set some goals, and in between work, the World Series EP was composed. Now you can listen to how I've grown. 19 years old, now I'm something like 24. 814 hardcore.